Well, hello, welcome back. Been a couple of weeks, hasn't it?
Yeah.
Since we've done anything, because life, work, everything else kind of gets in the way sometimes. So, we're back. We're going to do a video predominantly on the MG today, in which not a lot of, well, I'll do a little bit of work on it, but mainly Little Legs are just going to be writing a list of what we need to do and what we need to buy, and yeah. And we've got a timetable, we've got an aim table, haven't we? What we're going to aim for. So what we're going to aim to do by Christmas, can you remember?
Get this MG done.
No, not fully done.
Well, not fully done, but make it like presentable.
At least we're going to have it so that the wheels is on and it can be on the floor to stay on the floor by Christmas.
So then you can drive me to school in it.
Well, not by Christmas because
not
it'll only
by
be
Christmas,
on the floor. That's the plan. So that basically by Christmas I want it on the floor, running for, fingers crossed, hopefully, and so that it's just kind of the inside to do and little bits and in the timetable and stuff to do. So still haven't ordered the plastic for the windows. No surprise there. I've, to be fair, forgot what the measurements are. Forgot what the measurements are, so we need to remeasure that. But what you doing? Oh. But at the moment we're going to focus on getting the underneath done. I need to remind myself where we're actually up to with it. I know the brakes is done. Can't remember if I've got the clutch fully done or not. But I've just had a quick look this morning. I know I'm going to put new track rod ends on. I know the anti-roll bar needs fine, like fully connected and bits and bobs. But most of it's done. But I just can't remember where we're up to. Can we?
No.
Quick update on Becky, on this one, on Trevor, on the main one. So obviously we've got a big hole here still, where there should be an engine. That's still down the road getting done. Can you remember what Roland said?
No.
What I told you? No. So pistons aren't looking good. Piston rings were destroyed as we suspected. Jump down because you're sliding. Piston rings are destroyed as suspected. But the top groove in the piston, like the main sealing, I think it's for the main sealing one, is in a bad way as well. So it's looking debatable whether they're salvageable or whether we need a set of pistons. So I'm leaving that in the capable hands of Roland to decide what's best. Well, no, you're not an engine builder, are you? No. So yeah, so Roland's having a think. He's having a look to see if the pistons are repairable when they're all fully cleaned up and everything. But he said that they don't look healthy. So the engine build is looking more expensive than we thought. So anyone interested in sponsoring us, get in touch down the bottom.
Up.
What?
Up there.
No, comments is down below.
No, it's up there.
Oh.
Comment up there.
No, comments anyway, whatever. So yeah, anyone interested in sponsoring us, we you know, it's going to be an more expensive winter than I'd kind of planned for, but yeah. So other things on TVR is we're going to update the wiring. So we're going to make it much nicer for when the engine does have to come out. Just kind of put two race spec multi-plugs in the bulkhead, one for the ECU, one for the dash, so that it'll just kind of click off and then everything comes off, which will be a lot nicer. Also, I've just ordered a new water temperature gauge, so we're going electric on the water temperature gauge. I'm going to get an electric oil temperature gauge as well, just so that it's nothing, that's the last kind of mechanical things that's coming into the car, so we'll get that done. And clutch plates, we've ordered 2 new clutch plates, got a bargain on eBay, so fingers crossed when they turn up, they are brand new as described, so 2 for the price of 1, boom. And we need a flower wheel. So in the process of, we'll get a flower wheel sorted in the new year. Becky, please. You don't. No, but you're sitting on the boot lid, darling, and you'll break the boot lid. Because it's very, very thin and it's not designed to take any weight. Right? Honestly, people, I've kids that said it'll be fun, they said. She might be cute and look like butter wouldn't melt, but I can assure you that's not always the case. So anyway, that's enough on the TVR, because the focus has to be on the MG, because we need that one built, running, tested and sold. What you doing? Are you hiding now, are you? Becky. So today what we're going to do is Becky's going to get a pen and paper. Ow. Becky. We're going to have a quick tidy up underneath the car because it's got a bit of rubbish underneath the car. I'm going to head underneath the car and shout out things that Becky's going to write down. And yeah, we shall see where we end up.
With my pretty joined up handwriting.
That I can't read. Wonderful. So we'll see where we end up, how big the list is. Hopefully it's not too big. And we'll... You can tell you've had some chocolate this morning. Behave. Stop. And yeah, so let's get cracking making a list, eh? One of your favourite things to do, isn't it? Making a list. Weirdo. Let's get cracking. Well, that's the list made. We've done it off camera so that not to bore you. But basically, if you can see in this box here is what we've got underneath. So we'll start off with a steering rack. So the steering rack needs correct, like finish mounting properly, and I'll put 2 new track rod ends on, get them done. The anti-roll bar, which just needs basically connecting. The anti-roll bar is mounted to the car, it just needs connecting to the front end, basically proper. The clutch sleeve is on, which I didn't think I'd done, so I'm impressed with myself there. So that's the mounting holes into the bell housing I've repaired, helicoiled them, and that's mounted, but the pipe into it has a slight leak, so we need to sort that. Brake pipe P clips, that is just basically where the brake pipes are all in, but I haven't put the P clips just to keep them nicely. Prop shaft is only with a couple of bolts, so I just need to do that.
Diff.
The diff, so on the diff, if I show you, we'll put that on. Can you see from here? So, ow, I'll teach you to. So we need to, I think I'll have to buy some new bolts because I can't remember where I've put them, but we need to put the diff gasket on, bolt it up properly, fill it with oil, and that is the diff done. I also need to just remove the old brake pipe where I try to kind of loop it across the back axle, this one here. It's just on with the bolt on the other side. I need to drop that off. That's that done. What have we got there?
Exhaust.
Exhaust. So the exhaust is made on the car. You'll be able to just see underneath here. Put that on again. So up the 2-to-1 collector into there. So basically we need a straight pipe that goes underneath the axle to the back with a bit of flexi in, and we will put the JetX silencer up here, and it'll come out. You can just see there, it's kind of cut away there. It'll come out there. So that's a nice easy job. That's just homemade.
And then we've got
the panhard rod. So, which I'll show you guys again, is this rod here. So it's mounted on to the spring there, as you can see, and then this rod needs to come up and mount. It's cable tied down, but mounts up onto the, basically onto the boot floor. You can buy a kit for these, which I may end up doing, because this was actually off my dad's MG, which we bought back a few years ago off Malcolm B. Thank you very much, Malcolm. But it's, I just need to kind of look at fabricating a bracket into the boot floor or buying the kit that kind of just bolts on. We shall see which is the most efficient option, shall we say. Right.
Sorry. And then...
So then that, once we do that, we can basically put the wheels back on the car, drop the car on the floor, and then that's it, good to go.
And then
so
we've got
the list when it's on the floor. I need to
bleed the brakes
and clutch, because there's clutch and brake fluid in the reservoirs, but I can't remember if I've done them.
Fuel pipe to engine.
So the fuel pipe, it's piped up. The fuel pipe kind of comes up into the bulkhead of the engine bay. I just need to run the last bit of the pipe into the regulator, mount the regulator, and then run it into the carb.
And then we've got the catch tank,
which is the oil catch tank. I just need to do that.
And then we've got the
that's extinguisher pipes. So the fire extinguisher's pipe plumbed into the front end. I just need to finish putting the pipe work in.
And then we've got the radiator,
which is just finished mounting the radiator properly.
We've got the windscreen.
Yeah, because it's cracked, so I need a new windscreen.
Windows.
Which I need to order.
And then we've got wipers, sorry.
So I need our good friend Justin at here. Quick shout out again to Justin. Anything you need, auto, electricity wise, tow bars, anything like that, give him a call, website, number, get in touch with him, especially if you're in the northeast. He's absolutely spot on, knows his stuff, always looks after us, and he will be rewiring this car as well. Once I get the connectors, he'll be doing that for me as well.
Then we've
Thank you very much, Justin.
got boot lid, stroke.
Boot lid, which is still with Uncle Darren, so need to kind of get that done. Stroke electric?
Yeah, stroke electric.
Oh, no, it was dash. Number 10, with, so that was, that should be dash stroke electric. So that is basically just in there, finish it off basically, get the dashboard looking nice. Need a wiper motor, which Justin has because it was not working, so he's repairing. Get the dash all kind of fixed and sorted properly, and give it all looking nice in a gigator, etc. Yeah, and then what was it? The headlight cowlings, which we have just to mount on, and then the most important one that needs a T on the end, start up.
Oh, you said start.
That's the most important one. Start up. And what noise should she go?
Brum, brum!
Something like that, yeah. so yeah. When you break it down like that, what's that? There's 20 points on the list. So if the 20 points go as quickly as we made the list, boom, happy days. Then it kind of makes you wonder what the hell have I been putting it off for. Obviously the one never works like that, does it? But it's nice to have broken it down into more manageable chunks. Do you think, Bex?
Yeah.
Yeah. She's still kind of making a list of her list now of what she's going to do. The bits that she's going to help us with. Happy days. Lovely. So yeah, not a lot of work getting done today. What I am going to do, as she disappears in the house, we're going to make a start on the list today. So while I haven't got any trap rod ends, I can get the steering rack mounted properly and the anti-roll bar mounted properly. So we're going to crack on with that. I can also do the prop shaft, get the prop shaft, because basically that's only in with a couple of bolts and not bolted up properly, like the nuts is not on, so I can get on with that. So that gets that on. I'll have a look at the clutch pipe, see where that's leaking, see if it just needs nipping up, and then we'll get a couple of bits ticked off. I have got fluid in the reservoirs, as I said, so we can just kind of make sure. There's only the clutch that I've noticed leaking, but I will check the brakes properly again, make sure that there's no leaks, and then I'll not bleed them off today. That's for another day, but we can make a start. That's the main thing. I'm not going to put door locks in for where the door locks will go. I'm just going to put grommets in basically. Just cover them. The next one I can decide if I want to put door locks on it, because I want to keep it legal for the road, but obviously we can just take the kill switch out. That's fine. And it's got it will have a removable steering wheel on. So take the steering wheel out. That's the ultimate lock in it. But yeah. So. Not as much as I thought that needed doing to it. Are you pleased with the list, Bex? If it's not as big, you're rewriting the list, aren't you? To make it nicer. But are we going to see how to ours now?
Bye.
Well, what we're going to do, I'm going to work through a couple of the bits of the list, which I'll do off camera because putting bolts in is just going to bore you. So sorry, there's not that much work getting done with this one today, but what we'll do is, like I say, by Christmas, this car I want on the floor. So next week, come back, because we're going to get back onto it. Like, you know, kind of life's got in the way a little bit, but we are going to start getting back onto the MG. So this one I'll bill as kind of MG part, whatever, but even though it's more talking. So sorry to have bored you folks. But yeah, keep chatting back, because next week, or over the next week, we will be getting...
Pretty.
Is it? We will be getting cracking with the MG again, doing what we can, and for one, I'm looking forward to hearing it go boom boom. So, as always, guys, what do we say to people, Becky?
Bye. Like, subscribe, share, and comment.
And she's gone again. Well, on that note, guys, thank you very much. Hope you've enjoyed it. Hope I haven't bored you too much. I probably have, so apologies for that. Please don't unsubscribe because I've bored you. The next one will be more usual action. I am going to try and do a year-end kind of review as well of the racing. Fingers crossed, trying to do that as but I've got work and things, life gets in the way. But I'm going to try and do like a bit of a sort of 10-minute video, just kind of review our season of racing, good, bad, and ugly, and all that carry on. But yeah, as always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you've enjoyed it. Sorry it's just talky, not doughy, but the next one will be doughy, not talky, I promise. But see you in the next one. Cheers, guys.